Fans, this is JD at Bvtvnews, and I'm back to give y'all the latest and greatest news in the sport of boxing. With that being said, man, if this is your first time on the channel, I'd like to invite you to hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell, so that you are updated on the latest and greatest news here that drops daily. Now, with that being said, let's talk a little bit about some 5-on-5 boxing. Yeah, you heard that right. 5-on-5 boxing.
Say what? Oh, no.
Is coming to the sport thanks to His Excellency, Mr. Turki Alalshikh. Now, Frank Warren of Queensberry Promotions, Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, and Mr. Turki Alalshikh made sort of a formal announcement of their 5-on-5 concept that they're bringing to the undercard of Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol on June 1st. Check out a little bit of what they had to say regarding this 5-on-5 concept that is coming.
And let's see. For me, number 5, of course, it is the heavyweight.
Oh, not again.
Oh, you are in serious.
Oh, no.
You are in serious.
Can I ask those?
They know I love the heavyweight.
I know, but can I ask,
Yeah.
are we allowed to, we have about a week or 2 weeks till, can we draft the heavyweight in? Can we sign it? Can we make a new sign?
Oh,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
the ring rule?
You can add any fighters you want as number 5 heavyweight. Not fighter only from Queensberry or Matchroom. They can choose any fighters they will have, and they will do it.
That's
they know.
intriguing.
In your weight class, okay.
Really?
I save him.
Oh, you,
I save him.
I like that. I think I should get an extra point.
Now, the interesting element of the whole announcement that they did is they almost did kind of a draft. You know how you got the NFL draft, the NBA draft, you're drafting players. They almost did a draft, though, but a draft more so with the weight classes that would partake in the June 1st bout. So you had Mr. Turki Alalshikh, who chose the heavyweight division, but then between Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, the other weight classes that were chosen was featherweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. So in all, we're going to get 2 heavyweight bouts along with a featherweight bout, a middleweight bout, and a light heavyweight bout. So now you got Mr. Frank Warren, who's going to go back to his roster and, comb through it, and he's going to choose somebody from each of those weight classes that is going to match up against somebody from Eddie Hearn's roster in those weight classes. Now, Mr. Turki Alalshikh wanted to really make this into kind of a team concept. So each fight is going to be based off of a point system. So the captain fight is going to be worth 2 points. And then all the 4 other fights are going to be 1 point to the winner. So I definitely assume with all the money that they have over in Saudi Arabia, that the winning team handily will probably end up getting a nice bag for being ahead on points at the end of it. Now, this is kind of very different and something that we've never seen before. You got Mr. Turki Alalshikh, who has definitely taken a lot of money from Saudi Arabia. They have given him the power to sort of create anything he wants in the boxing world right now, which is why you're seeing him put on some of the best cards that we've seen in years. So this is kind of another innovative idea for Mr. Turki Alalshikh. And a lot of this also plays into kind of promotion of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It really is starting to seem like they're trying to turn Saudi Arabia in general into sort of a Las Vegas destination, or a London, some of these major, Tokyo, some of these major international cities. They're really trying to make Riyadh a destination that's going to make people want to travel over there and partake in their culture and contribute to their economy. Now, I will say, with this whole idea of the 5-on-5, team sport concept, I feel like, Mr. Turki Alalshikh could have taken it a little bit further, and we'll see if he does this, in the future. Now, my idea is I like the whole idea of 5-on-5, captain fight is 2 points, every other fight is 1 point. But where I would have added in an extra wrinkle is you get points for winning the bout, but if you really want to make this interesting, you should give a point for every round of every bout. Now, the reason why that would add an even more intensive element is if you had a point for every round, is because let's say imagine that, for the whole team, there's maybe, 200K, 300K on the line for the team, right? And you get down to the fourth and fifth bouts. And let's say if you were really counting it round by round, let's say that last fighter needs 6 or 7 rounds and the win, right? So what that would mean is in the middle of the fight, there would be so much drama, especially in that last bout, because there will possibly be an opportunity where he could get a knockdown and get an extra point. You could maybe win on just straight up points. But if you go round by round, that actually would add even more intensity and more intrigue throughout each and every bout, as opposed to kind of you get 1 point for just winning the fight. Even though that is a good model to start with, I think Mr. Turki Alalshikh could take this a little bit further and make it where every round there should be some kind of point system based off of what the judges say. So they should almost go by the judges' scorecard, right? And 2 out of 3 judges, if they had it for one particular fight, that counts. Now, I will say some people might argue with that because, boxing is no stranger to corruption. It's no stranger to corruption. So there also is that element that could become a part of it at some point. But overall, I think this is a good idea. It's an innovative idea. It's something to spice up a fight card. On June 1st, we'll see what ends up going down as far as who's in the fighting. Mr. Turki Alalshikh at this point, he said that he wants it to be such a surprise that when they do the press conference, he wants the fighters coming in with a mask. I'm talking mask on. Like, you can't even see their face, none of that. He wants it to be a mask on where they sneak in a back door, go sit down at the press conference table, and then it would be unveiled who the fighters are so that it's really a big grandiose announcement as to who is going to be the captains and who will be the undercard fight. So this is going to be intriguing to see how all this plays out. Also, Mr. Turki Alalshikh said for the first time, they're in negotiations for September, staging a bout in London. And so I can only imagine how massive and how big that London bout is going to be in September as he tries to continue to promote Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I mean, I believe that London bout will probably be a spectacle. You know how the UK London fans get down. One of the best fan bases in the sport of boxing. And when you couple one of the best fan bases with somebody with a war chest of money like Mr. Turki Alalshikh, that naturally makes for that September card to be massive. We have no clue yet who may be in that bout. If I had to put my money on it, I kind of think it's going to be the Fury versus Usyk rematch. Honestly, that's just me. I think that would be the rematch fight that might go down in London and be massive. But you never know. But we know that in September, he's looking to plan a massive, crazy bout that's going to absolutely put the world on notice of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think about this 5 versus 5 concept in boxing. Like, does it make sense to you? Is it crazy? Does it spice up the undercard? Does the whole point system work for you? Y'all let me know what y'all think.